Your greatest power returns the moment you stop seeking permission to be yourself. Greetings and blessings, my butterflies. Welcome in. Today, the message that we have comes from the energy of Cat Spirit. Cat Spirit's message says, claim your independence. When Cat Spirit meows, she is calling you to claim your independence and allow for some space between you and others in your life. The only way you can grow in all your relationships now is to have a healthy sense of self respect and self worth. When you walk with dignity, knowing who you are, self aware, and willing to grow, trusting the value you bring, the world will mirror all this back to you in kind. When you say no to codependency and enmeshment, live and let live, and practice taking risk as you wander into new territory for you, Cat Spirit rejoices. She is here to urge you to let your independent spirit roam free. This may be a time you are facing some unpredictable situations. Are you hesitant to take a break? Too cautious to jump into something new because you fear you can't trust yourself? Cat Spirit is saying go for it because you will land on your feet. If nothing seems to be going according to plan, there is no reason to worry. Cat Spirit loves to mix it up, and these seeming upsets will actually bring you some wondrous and unexpected opportunities. Get ready to pounce as you may be called to jump into something new at a moment's notice. At this time, your instincts are keen and your intuition is sharp. Remember, even a temporary failure can lead to a spectacular success. So embrace the adventure. You are sure footed and can trust yourself. My butterflies, this message today is just all about trusting yourself again. This message is all about us understanding that freedom that begins from within. And just by being independent, and I know when we hear the word independent, that just means, doing something alone, doing something by yourself, but that doesn't mean isolation. This means making choices that align with your values rather than relying on others for validations. You can love and support people without abandoning yourself. Always remember that because healthy boundaries, they are in fact an act of self-respect, and it's never you coming from a selfish place. Spirit wants us to trust our intuition because cat energy is here. Cat spirit energy is here. This is a symbol. This is a symbolization that heightened awareness and knowing when something feels right and when it doesn't, knowing when to pounce and when to pull back and just observe. This is our chance. I'm always going to keep pushing and affirming the message that different choices will always lead to different results. So, this is a moment where we can be intentional. We can give ourselves permission to change our mind if we've outgrown a situation, a relationship, or even beliefs or behaviors that we may have been going through. By collecting these messages won't always resonate with you. And this one might not resonate with you today. And if it doesn't, just leave it here. But if it does, please support the channel. Help me to continue, to get these messages out here because it's always an honor and a privilege. This is basically my act, my dedication of reclaiming my independence. Because sometimes stepping into a place of independence, it's just all about you. Like the card says, reclaiming your power, standing up for what you believe in, being authentic, and moving confidently along your path. And sometimes reclaiming our independence, it can look like saying no to people. because these might be situations that's draining us. But we'll always have room to say yes to what nourishes our spirit. That's always the goal. That's always the aim. That's the intention. And then other times, reclaiming our power can just simply look like releasing our need to explain ourselves to anybody else. Not feeling like we owe anybody any explanation because we don't need their validation or approval of what we got going on and what steps we want to take. So if this is a moment of reflection for you, my butterflies, ask yourself, where have you been giving your power away? What decision have you been procrastinating, postponing? Because you waiting on somebody else to, come through and say yes to it or join you in it. If those areas or those situations are showing up at any place in your life at this point in time, my butterflies, Cat Spirit is here to remind you that this is your opportunity, if you so choose it, to reclaim your power. My butterflies, I'm going to leave us all with an affirmation, something that we can use to stay connected and grounded to this independent energy. And I want to talk about intuition. Because, like I said, Cat Spirit knows when. That line is sticking out of my head. Cat Spirit knows when to pounce. So, our affirmation is going to be, my intuition is a trustworthy guide. Because we allow our intuition, what feels real, what feels right, what feels authentic to us, to guide us, we move closer and closer to what's really meant to be for us. Until next time, my butterflies, always remember that my healing is your healing and your healing is mine. Until next time, let's transform together. Welcome to your metamorphosis, butterflies, and you all have a blessed, loved, and independent day.